Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see Villanova facing the UCLA Bruins.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
Now we'll look at Villanova's starting lineup. They've got Miller. Brian is out there with Cooper. And it's Ilgauskas in a power forward.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Well, who could forget Villanova and their one college title? Come on now. It was one of the biggest Cinderella stories ever, one of the greatest upsets ever. Winning it all as an 8th seed, knocking down an outstanding Georgetown team back in '85.
There's Miller with the three. And another miss by Villanova.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Campbell up top. The pass to Fresh. Here's Roberts. He's guarded by Cooper. Freak passes to Looney. Fires the three. Chance effort. And Freak with the nice bucket inside. Freak's got his second basket of the night.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Here's Cooper. And another miss by Villanova. It's stolen by Bryant. Here's Beal. And it's Miller in the corner. There's the three. Miller with another miss. On defense, Villanova looking for their first basket of the game. Freak with it. Now Beal defending. And it's Freak missing. Villanova trails by 6. Beal with it. Kicks it to Ilgauskas. Some nice ball movement by Villanova. And it's Beal in the corner. Back to Miller. And it's Bryant in the corner. And another miss by Villanova.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Pass to Fresh. Here's Looney. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Looney's got his first 2 points of the night.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin. Bill Walton also coming out of Westwood.
So on the floor for UCLA. Freak in at point guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And the Bruins going here with a whole new group out there. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. Wow, Greg, all those great players you mentioned with UCLA, a lot of Hall of Famers in that list, Clark.
Yeah, and they've continued that tradition with current NBA stars, Kevin Love and Russell Westbrook, probably the 2 highest profile former Bruins in the NBA today.
Count it, and the Bruin lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Ilgauskas.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered, and it's all about me. It's refreshing for a player like Freak, who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Here's Freak. Drops in the breakaway layup. Freak's got 6 points.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession.
And so we wrap up the first half. The Bruins on top. They're up by 6. And stay with us, folks. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. His play in the second half of this game, critical.
So on the floor for Villanova, they've got Bryant. Cooper is out there with Miller, and it's Ilgauskas in at the 4.
And the Villanova Wildcats have had a recent surge in their program over the past decade. Since about 2005, they have been a consistent presence in the tournament and also have won a few conference titles.
He hits the second from the line. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Here's Miller. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Miller's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court. And guys, thinking again about the Bruins being so dominant during those decades, they set so many records in that time frame, won 88 games in a row, which is still a record for men's basketball.
And Villanova go with a whole new group out there. Here is Gaines. Free defending. Now Gaines. The dish to Moore. Here's Jones. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
And you think about the impact those years of dominance have had on UCLA. I mean, still one of the most honored and storied and decorated programs in the United States. I mean, they are the program on the West Coast. Although the Wildcats might argue, at least recently, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Screen by Jones. No good from Moore.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Bruins shooting their first free throws of the game.
Jonathan Morris at the line for 2.
The Bruins making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Villanova also with a sub. McAdoo is checked in for Foster. No good on the second free throw. Freak, the second effort. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Freak in at shooting guard. Irving is out there with Johnson. Then there's Free, and it's Morris in at the small forward. Here's Freak. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Passes it to McAdoo. And Jones has it in the corner. Clarkson dishes to McAdoo. That's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Johnson. Looney comes in for Irving. Campbell, he's checked in for Morris. And Fresh subbed in for Freak. And it's Freak missing.
Boy, he blew the easy two by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Now here's Beal, guarded closely, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Beal. Tight defense on him. Pass to Cooper. They get it back. He'll cost us. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Bruins?
I'll tell you what, they've hit the boards hard in this one. It's led to an abundance of second-chance points. I mean, they've gotten a lot of second-chance points.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here. And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level. And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Shoots from 12. The shot by Bryant, no good. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Here's Looney. Campbell up top. From 12 feet out. And the pass to Looney. He dishes it to Freak. From past the arc. Basket good.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
So Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and the Georgetown Hoyas.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
Now look at UCLA's starting lineup. Freak, he's in at the point. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the center position. Hoyas moving the ball around. Randolph passes to Trice. Trice outside. From deep. The shot is off. The Bruins go the other way with it.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. Not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way.
Now here's Freak. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. Well, they've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s.
And for the Hoyas, they really are one of the defining members of their conference. Hard to think about hoops in the Washington, D.C. area without thinking about the Hoyas. The blue and gray they wear is really just iconic. Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Pass to Fresh. Puts it up. And that one's good. Freak. Freak's got his second bucket tonight.
And, you know, the Hoyas only have one college tournament title in their history. They won it all in 1984 and then returned in 85 to the title game, only to be upset by Villanova.
Price dishes to Randolph. There's the pick. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw drops for Randolph.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years, most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
Now here's Freak. He's got 6. Outside for Thomas. Freak with it. Out left to the wing. And the wide open shot from Morris. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morris has got himself on the board with 3 there. Georgetown trails by 4. And here is Harkless. Pass to Hodges. Expanding his range. The Hoyas with another miss. Now here's Freak. Johnson outside. Now Freak. No good on the 3. We've got Hodges, and it's Felix in at the small forward, the 17-footer. UCLA grabs the miss. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And for the Bruins, Freak in at point guard. Thomas is out there with Johnson, and it's Morris in at the 3. Freak kicks to Thomas. That misses off the backboard.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Harkless. Lets it go from 14. And it's Freak with the rebound. The Bruins leading by 4. Barton kicks to Freak. Fires the 3. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. 1:46 left in the first half. Harkless, no good off the pick.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Thomas gets the bucket.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
And, Greg, you know how it is. Sometimes it only takes 1 or 2 baskets to get things going. Maybe we're getting ready to pump a little life into this one.
It's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. Here's the screen. And out of bounds as the Bruins gain possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. Free passes to Porter. The pass to Campbell. Here's Free. Feeds to Porter. The 3. And the shot is good. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now here's Trice. Now the feed to Price. Wilson the pass to Warren. Back to Wilson. 6 to shoot. He kicks to Trice. They need this one. That's good. Trice has got 5 now.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Looney. Out to the wing. Porter passes to Looney. Here's Free. And the Bruins, another 3.
For 3.
Here's Trice. And the first half is now in the books. The Bruins on top, up 9. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
Hudson is out there with Warren, and it's Trice. Then there's Price, and it's Randolph in at the shooting guard position. And both free throws good from Freak. Georgetown trails by 11. And for the Bruins, Freak, he's in at point guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the center. And here are the Hoyas now. Here's Trice. Denial. And for Georgetown, Warren is out there with Price. Then there's Hudson. And it's Trice, and it's Randolph in at the shooting guard.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's Warren. After the Bruins picking up a basket just moments ago.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Freak. Kept alive. Here's Looney. And the shot is good.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Trice dishes to Hudson. Here's Warren. Campbell grabs the board.
It's been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. A tough start.
Freak with it.
Move
He's
the
got
ball.
8.
It's sticking too much.
Passes it to Roberts. Randolph up top. Tries a 3. And Trice with the basket on the assist by Trice. Trice has got his 3rd assist on the night. So both teams making some changes here. And it's the Bruins with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. To the wing right side. Johnson kicks to Freak. Jacks up a 3. Can't get it to go. So Georgetown will take it the other way. Now here's Harkless. Defense right on him. Back to Gonzalez. Irving against Hodges. Some solid defense there from Irving.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And that one's good. And UCLA leads by 14.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Gonzalez. There's the dish to Felix. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. From beyond the arc. Here's Nelson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
The Hoyas shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Nelson. 2 shots.
Now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Irving. Campbell comes in for Morris. Fresh is checked in for Starks. And Freak subbed in for Freak. So on the floor for UCLA. Freak, he's in at the point. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the center, filling out the middle. Freak passes to Campbell. Dishes it to Freak.
2 minutes left. 2.
Pass to Looney. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. And that one's good. Freak.
Can't stop me.
1:53 left to play here in the second half. Trice dishes to Warren. picked away. And here's Freak. Fires for three. And the Bruins, another three.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And so just roll to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bruins.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Looney passes to Freak. 36 seconds left to play here in the second half. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a three. And it's Price with the rebound.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Here's Warren. And the layup falls.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
So it's UCLA picking up the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining. Joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. I'm Kevin Harlan, along alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Michigan Wolverines facing the UCLA Bruins.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
So the Wolverines starting five. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. Then there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the 2.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Freak with it. Pass to Campbell. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Here's Freak. Hits the three-point bomb. Freak's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he answers right back with a 3 of his own.
Watch out now, Sookie. We got a duel shaping up right here. This could be mano-mano for a little while.
Here's Flash. 5 points in the game. Crawford with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Freak! Taking 2 shots.
So Michigan ends up going with the new group. And both free throws good. Good from Freak.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Stevenson outside. Right side Jefferson. Back to Knight. Stevenson outside. Cunningham kicks to Jefferson. The shot is off. The Bruins go the other way with it.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
The Wolverines shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And both free throws good for Jefferson. Here's Barton. Kicks it to Morris. Here's Barton. Here's Freak. Bangs home the trifecta. Freak's got 8 points.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
On the court for Michigan. Cunningham is out there with Jefferson. And it's Stevenson in at the point guard position. Going here with a whole new group out there. UCLA trails by 8. In the corner, it's Morris. He dishes it to Johnson. Shot from 12. And that's good off the glass that time. Johnson's got his first points of the night.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And he gets it to go. Stevenson's got 5.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
There's Freak. Tries again. No good. Jefferson with some nice D.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Here's Taylor. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now here's Freak. 8 points for him. Out left to the wing. From deep three-point range and released it in time. And so that brings the first half to a close. Michigan leads by 8. And time now for the halftime break with the Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach. But I tell you what, when it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
Freak in at point guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the 5 down low. And for the Wolverines, Smith is out there with Ellis. Then there's Flash. Then it's Jones. And it's Crawford at the 2-guard position. Here's Ellis. Can't get it to go. The Bruins go the other way with it.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means. And his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak. And he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And the basket by Jones.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Here's Freak. He's got 8. It's stolen by Smith. Oh, and here comes Smith all alone.
Oh, nasty. Oh, nasty.
Get.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And, Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Here's Roberts.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And it's the Bruins with the ball. They trail by 11. Freak, he's in at point guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the 5 spot. Ellis, the pass to Flash. Screen by Ellis. Pass to Crawford. And there's another one for the Wolverines. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Wolverines.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
There's the pass to Smith. Shoots from 14, and no good. Trying to use the glass. UCLA trails by 11.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
They get it again. Goes up again, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Shooting for the Bruins. Stretch Roberts. Taking
and that one misses. And he does get the second one, and that brings them within 8.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Here's Flash. Screen by Smith. It's deflected. And that one's good. Fresh.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but I'll tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
They've been ineffective in this one. Just no slowing down for Smith. He has 8 points and a steal. He's passing the ball so well right now and is really focused at the charity stripe, too.
And Clark, you can just see him oozing with confidence right now.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fresh can't get it to go.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Screened by Jones. Knocked loose and stolen by Freak. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
He's got great length for a point guard, and it served him well on that play.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
To the paint. Smith dishes to Crawford. And they go to the intentional foul.
Moochie Fresh. That's his first personal foul. At the line for UCLA, Brian Crawford, taking 2 shots.
And no good this time on the 1-and-1. Roberts can't get it to fall. And so it's Michigan winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for joining us. And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing the UCLA Bruins.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4 slot. Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of a renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse in hoops until the turn of the century. But now, they're one of the most consistent teams in the country.
Here's Looney following the basket by Sam Decker. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Freak misses the 3. Here is Hawkins. Pass to Decker. Now Hawkins. Lots of room. And the jumper is on the mark. Hawkins has got his first points in this one.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. He'll be just what they need to claim the title.
Now here's Freak. Soft touch off the glass. Freak's got his first bucket of the night.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Bruins going here with a whole new group out there. 1:35 left in the first half.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside will be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Freak, he's in a point guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Porter. And it's Robertson at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Peyton is out there with Fisher. Then it's Decker, then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the 4-man position. Decker can't hit. The Bruins leading by 5. Here's Freak. And the Bruins another 3.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep. And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Now here's Decker. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. Decker's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall. Hitting 75%. Feeds it to Freak. The pass to Looney. Campbell with it. A 3-ball. Can't hit.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And we finished one half of basketball. The Bruins on top. They're up by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the second half. Just one half of basketball left to determine this year's college basketball championship team. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
You know what, guys? That was the start that Freak and his team wanted in the first half. I mean, they didn't run away with the game, but they're in a really good spot to capture the title.
These first 5 minutes in the second half are going to be huge. They know their opponent is going to come out strong and try to even things up. But if they can keep their cool, they'll be on their way, I think, to the title.
Freak in at point guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the center position.
And, guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the 4 spot. Decker kicks to Hawkins. Hill with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Decker passes to Hawkins. Good.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
The Bruins leading by 8.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
The Bruins shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Just an amazing game for Freak. 16 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
Wisconsin trails by 11. And here's Hawkins. He's got 7. There's a good screen. Shot off the pick. That one wide left.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Freak. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Morris kicks to Freak. And the Bruins, another 3.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from 3-point range.
The defense is just not closing out.
Hawkins shot good. Hawkins has got 9.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
The Bruins leading by 12. Freak dishes to Irving. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. The Badgers pull it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Hill against Free. Here's Walker. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Passes to Free. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Hill. And it's Freak missing. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Johnson is out there with Irving. Then there's Free. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. Here is Hawkins. Walker is screen on Free. Hill has the open look. No good on the triple. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bruins.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Johnson. Looney comes in for Irving. Campbell, he's checked in for Morris. And Fresh subbed in for Free. Fisher can't hit. The Bruins leading by 12. Now Freak out to the wing. Here's Campbell. Now here's Freak. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And with this lead, it looks like they'll hold on for the title. A special moment for everyone on the team. And really, what a year it's been for their star, Freak.
Yeah, very impressive considering everybody pinned their hopes on him to lead the team at the start of the season. And he hasn't disappointed. For all the hype that surrounded him, he lived up to all of it.
The Badgers making a switch here. Payton's checked in. Evans outside. Inside, out to Payton. To the wing on the left. They set the pick. The dish now to Hill. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a 3, and that one's good.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
1:35 left to play here in the second half. Here's Freak. Payton with some nice D.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
They set the screen. Evans, good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Freak. Off target with his 3. Outside Hill. Kaminsky kicks to Decker. Pass to Evans. Lets it go from 11, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
32 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Here's Freak. Great D that time from Payton. Now here's Freak, covered by Payton. Freak with it. From deep three-point range, off on that one. So it's UCLA picking up the win. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation. Being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players, the rest of the students watching, I mean, this is something that can never be taken from you. They will always have this moment in history to reflect upon.
And it's such a punishing path to this moment. I mean, you look back on all the close calls along the way as the field gets whittled down round by round. I mean, they survived quite the gauntlet to get to this moment.
Indeed, a very special moment. And that's going to do it for us. I'm Kevin Harlan. It was a pleasure to be with you all season long.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the Queen Mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing, Mr. P?
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think
we met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk, and I was a carrier.
Good evening, and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select
Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky.
With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select
D'Angelo Russell
from the Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select
Jahlil Okafor from Duke University.
With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select
Kristaps Porzingis
from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select
Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia.
With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select
Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky.
With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select
Emmanuel Mudiay
from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select
Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona.
With the ninth pick in the NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select
Frank Kaminsky
from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select
Justice Winslow from Duke University.
With the 11th pick in the NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select
Miles Turner from the University of Texas.
With the 12th pick in the NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select
Trey Lyles
With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select the 19-year-old point guard from UCLA.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go.
Here we go. My first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
On the floor for the visiting Dallas Mavericks. At center, Zaza Pachulia. At center, Zaza Pachulia. In the middle, 7 feet 1 inch, number 21, Alex Land. forward, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 35, Mirza Teletovic.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standing.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way, and you could say the same for tonight's game.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spot.
I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
Parsons outside. Wide open look. Outside for Felton. Dallas, no good that time either.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Here's Freak. Up and in on the layup. Freak gets it to go, and that's not just any basket, folks. Those are his first points here in the NBA. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem.